Hello everyone, welcome back to Chinmoy's Biology channel, and today we are going to start with a new episode of reproductive health. So I hope you all have gone through the previous episodes of human reproduction. So today what we are going to deal with? We are going to deal with the problems and strategies of human reproductive health. We are going to deal about the process of amniocentesis. We are going to deal about the several contraception methods, how the population can be stabilized and how the birth can be controlled. So this all is the discussion of the topic for today. Don't skip the episode in between because I'll be teaching throughout the lessons many important topics and many important knowledgeable matters. So stay tuned throughout the lesson, throughout the episode. So let's get started. So here we are with the new lesson of reproductive health. So you have already learned in the previous lesson about the human reproductive system. You have learned about the functions also. So here we are studying about the reproductive health. So what do we understand by this term? So this term is simply referring to the healthy reproductive organs with normal function. So the reproductive organ should be healthy and which should form and function normally, right? However, it has had a broader perspective and it includes the emotional as well as the social aspects of reproduction also, right? So according to the World Health Organization, or the reproductive health means a total well-being in all aspects of reproduction. So it should be a well-being, or it should be emotional, it should be behavioral well-being, it should be social and physical. So it means that the reproductive health means a total well-being in all the aspects, right? Social, physical, emotional and behavioral. So in all the aspects we are going to learn today. So therefore a society with people having physically and functionally normal reproductive organs and normal emotional and behavioral interactions among them in all the sex related aspects might be called reproductively healthy individuals, right? So they are having emotional as well as behavioral interactions among them regarding all the sex related aspects, right? So they are called reproductively healthy society, healthy environment. So why is it significant to maintain a reproductive health and what are the methods taken to achieve it? So this is our main motto today. We will be studying about the reproductive health and what are the methods taken to achieve it. So let us start with them, right? So now first we will start with the problems and strategies of reproductive health. So India, we all know, it's among the first countries in the world to initiate the action plans and programs at the national level to attain a total reproductive health at a social goal. Okay, so it is attaining a total reproductive health as a social goal. So these programs are called the family planning and were initiated in the year 1951. So they were among the many countries initiated that, but India was among the first countries in the world to initiate the action plans. So, and were periodically assessed over the past decades. There have been several plans, improved programs, they covering wider reproduction related areas are currently in operation under the popular name of reproductive and child healthcare program. So they are having a name, they are under a program of reproductive and child healthcare program. So they are named under this act, that is RCH programs, creating awareness among the peoples about various reproduction related aspects and providing facilities and support for what? For building a reproductively healthy society, and who are in the major risks, they are being taken under this product, that is women and children. Okay, so that healthcare program is called reproductive and child healthcare program. Okay, so with the help of several audiovisual things, with the print media, government and non-governmental agencies are what you all know. I think you are in 12th standard. They are all NGOs. So NGOs and the government organizations have taken various steps to spread awareness, mostly among the rural areas as well as several urban areas also, about the reproduction related aspects. Parents other than close relatives, teachers, friends also have a major role in the dissemination of the above information. Okay, so from the parents, from the close relatives, from friends also you can get the knowledge of several sex related aspects to make the society a place for a healthy reproductive society, right? So Introduction of sex education in schools should also be encouraged to provide right information to the young, so as to discourage the children from believing in the myths and having the misconceptions about the sex related aspects. So it should be taught in school, as you all are studying in school, like that. From the initial classes, also from 8th, 9th onwards, there should be sex education, so that students should be encouraged so that they are having certain myths and misconceptions regarding the sex related aspects. They should not have that, and they should have proper information related to reproductive organs, adolescence, and related changes, safe and hygienic sexual practices. Sexually transmitted diseases like AIDS, etc., would help people, especially those in the adolescent group, to lead a reproductively healthy life. Okay, so this is the motto of studying about reproductive health, so that it should be taught to each level, each standard, each class of people above the adolescent group, so that they can lead a reproductively healthy life. So first aim is to educate the people, especially fertile couples, those who are marriageable, that age group, above those who are available for the birth control options, care for the pregnant mothers, after birth also postnatal care of the mother and the child. So there are several options. So who are your target groups on which we are working? We are educating people who are in the fertile groups, those who are marriageable age group, those who are under the birth control options, those who are pregnant, and those who are having the already they are breastfeeding, those who are already given birth. The care should be taken for the mother and the child there. So we should also encourage them to give equal opportunities to male and the female. So there should be no sex differentiation, that a male child is given more privilege than a female one. No. So they should be given equal importance, etc., and would address the importance of bringing up socially conscious, healthy families of the desired size. So what is this desired size means? If a person, if a family wants that they want 2 kids, so they can control that within 2 kids only. It should not go on beyond their desired size. So there should be several birth control measures, right? So awareness of problems related to this uncontrolled population growth, social evils like sex abuse and sex related crime should not be there. So it needs to be created to enable people to think and take up necessary steps to prevent them, and thereby build up a socially responsible and healthy society. So if you are able to protect this sex related crime, sex abuse, and uncontrolled population growth, then only we can make a healthy, socially healthy, sexually healthy, and we can say that the reproductive health of that society will be good, right? So successful implementation on various action plans has to be taken. First, there are essentials to provide the medical assistance and care to people in reproduction related problems, like what? During pregnancy, during the delivery, during the sexually transmitted diseases, if someone wants abortion, contraception, menstrual problems and all, and as well as infertility, right? So strong infrastructural facilities, professional expertise, material support should be given to attain the reproductive health, so that people in this medical field, they can take care of the person, the women who are pregnant, who have delivered, who have sexually transmitted diseases already, who are infertile, who are unable to conceive, right? So there are several problems related to reproductive health. So it should be taken care of to produce a healthy reproductive health or a healthy society. So implementation of better techniques and new strategies from time to time are required to provide more efficient care and assistance to the people. Now, there has been a ban on the process of amniocentesis. So what is this amniocentesis? Is a new term. This is actually sex determination of the fetus. Whenever it is, what does the word fetus means? That when the baby is not born, it is inside the womb only, then only you are determining the sex of the child, whether it is a male or whether it is a female. So if there is a tendency of female killing of the female fetus. So then there should be a ban on this amniocentesis. So suppose a family, they don't want girl child, they will determine the sex of the child before birth only, and they'll try to kill the fetus. So it's a legal abuse, right? So to check the increasing menace of female feticide, massive child immunization, so there have been a program that ban on amniocentesis has been done. There have been massive child immunization program has been done, like polio, other vaccines have been given so that the child death can be prevented, and etc. Some other programs that mention in connection to that. So in amniocentesis, some of the amniotic fluid of the developing fetus is taken to analyze the fetal cells and dissolved in substances. This procedure is used to test the presence of certain genetic disorders as well, such as Down syndrome, hemophilia, sickle cell anemia, and determine the survivability of the fetus. But in this process of amniocentesis, the sex determination has been totally banned. Other than that, amniocentesis can be used to prevent these genetic disorders like sickle cell anemia, Down syndrome, hemophilia, etc. But this problem has to be banned, right? So research on several reproduction related areas encouraged and supported by the governmental and non-governmental agencies to find out new methods. So they have improved, they have created a new drug, that is Saheli, a new oral contraceptive for females, was developed by scientists as the Central Drug Research Institute in Lucknow, right? So better awareness programs has been started related to sex related matters, increased number of medical assistance to deliveries they have given. So government has planned so many things in government hospitals, in several small health centers as well. They have given assisted deliveries, they given better postnatal care leading to decreased maternal and infant mortality rates. They have increased the number of couples with small families, better detection and cure of sexually transmitted diseases. So many things under the central government have been taken care, that is mother's health. You will see, if you are seeing the newspaper, the news daily, you will see several plans are coming out for the child care, for the women's health, and for postnatal care, for the detection and cure of the sexually transmitted diseases. Also there are several centers. Overall, the increased medical facilities of all sex related problem, and all these all, if moreover they're increasing, they're improving the reproductive health of the society, right? So we will now move to the population stabilization and birth control, how we can control the birth rate. Okay. Now, when we are starting with this population stabilization and birth control, we should tell that in the last century, an all-round development in various fields significantly improved, and the quality of the life of the people also, it improved, right? We all know. However, increased health facilities along with the better living conditions has an explosive impact on the growth of population. So population, the world population, which was around 2 billion, is in 1900 rocketed to about 6 billion by 2000, right? And 7.2 billion in 2011. So a similar trend was observed in India too. So our population also, which was approximately 350 million at the time of our independence, has nearly close to the billion mark by 2000 and crossed 1.2 billion by May 2011, right? So this is how the population explosion is happening. And currently India's population is 1.45 billion, and it is being predicted that after a few more years it will cross about 1.6 or 7 billion. So it's a rapid increase in the population. So there is a population explosion, and which is leading to certain problems like everything like pollution, water, electricity, all the consumption has gone beyond our capability, because it is at a range of explosions. We are not able to provide the country what they need. So in a country having a population of 1.45 billion, it's too much. So a rapid decline in the death rate and the maternal mortality rate and the infant mortality rate, as well as there is an increase in the number of people in reproductive age, and these are the probable reasons. So the maternal mortality rate has decreased, the infant mortality rate has decreased, which is quite a very good development for India, and there is a decline in the old people mortality rate as well. So we are able to produce healthy environment and healthy society with healthy people, right? But there is also a number of people in this reproductive age, and we should have a control in the birth so that we can check this population, right? So through our reproductive child health program, though we could bring them down the population growth rate, it's only marginal, right? So such an alarming growth rate could lead to absolute scarcity of everything, basic requirements, food, shelter, clothing and all. So in spite of significant progress made in those areas, therefore the government was forced to take up serious measures to check the population growth rate, right? So therefore, the government is taking several measures to check the population growth rate. And the most important step, however, to overcome this problem is to motivate smaller families by using various contraceptive methods. On these methods only we will stress. A family of 2 persons can't have children, 8, 9, 10 children. It is we can say that it is a only population explosion. So there was a slogan once, hum do hamare do. So we two and the couple should have 2 children, with the slogan of this. So many couples, mostly young, urban, working ones, they have either they have adopted one child, they have adopted one child norm. That means they are having one child or they are having 2, so not more than 2. Hum do hamare do is the slogan. So statutory raising of a marriageable age of the females to 18 years and that males to 21 years. So it has been increased, the age of marriage of female to 18 and the age of marriage of males to 21 years. The incentives given to the couples with small families, and that is 2 of other measures have been taken to tackle this problem. So let us describe some of the commonly used contraceptive methods which help to prevent the unwanted pregnancy. So government has taken several policies, right? They have started, they have increased the age of male and the female for marriage. They have also tried to give incentives to people having small families. They have also taken measures in other possible ways also, and they have started distributing the contraceptives also in the rural areas where there is less awareness and people are less educated. But still their awareness should be there. So the ideal contraceptive should be user-friendly, easily available, effective and reversible with no or least side effects. It should have no way to interfere with the sexual drive, desire or the sexual act of the user. So a wide range of contraceptive methods are available. So today we will be studying about the natural traditional method, the barrier method, we can say the intrauterine devices, oral contraceptives, injectables, implants and surgical methods. So these are the main methods we are going to discuss. So let's get started with the natural methods first. So first comes the natural methods. So they work on the principle of what? Avoiding the chances of the ovum and the sperms meeting. So generally, what is that? Generally, we can say that 28 days reproductive cycle is there. We know the the ovum, it ovulates from the 11th, in between the 11th to 15th or 16th day of the cycle. It is the most fertile day. So the periodic abstinence is one of the such method in which the couples would avoid or abstain from the coitus. That is, they are not having any sexual act during the 10th day to the 17th day of the menstrual cycle, when the ovulation could be expected. So normally they are not having any sexual act between the 10th and the 17th day of the menstrual cycle. So when this time the ovulation is happening, and they can conceive during this time. So this is the normal time, 10 to 17th day. So as chances of fertilization are very high during this period, so periodic abstinence or staying away from the sexual act is the best thing in the natural method. So it is called the fertile period. So therefore, by abstaining from the coitus during this period, contraception could be prevented. This is one method, right? This is the first natural method. Now the second natural method is withdrawal and the coitus interrupts. So it is another method in which the male partner withdraws his penis from the vagina just before the ejaculation, so as to avoid insemination. Okay, so the semen should not get inside the vagina. That is withdrawal before ejaculation only. It is avoiding insemination. Okay, so this is the second method, and the third method is the lactational amenorrhea. So what is lactational amenorrhea? Because this is absence of menstruation. So this is a method is based on the fact that ovulation and therefore the cycle do not happen during this period of intense lactation. So when the mother is lactating following the parturition after birth, so as it is thought that absence of menstruation, when there is no menstruation, no ovulation, so therefore as long as the mother breastfeeds the child fully, chances of contraception are mostly nil. But however, this method has been reported to be effectively only up to maximum of 6 months following parturition. So after 6 months only, when the mother is lactating the child continuously, when lactation is happening, then their menstruation is not there. There are chances of less ovulation and less contraception. So as no medicines or devices are used in these methods, side effects are almost nil, and chances of failure though of this method is almost high. So lactational amenorrhea, this method is having a failure during this time. Also we have seen that women get pregnant or they conceive. So this method is not at all a proper method, that whenever after parturition a mother is lactating during this, if they are telling that the conception is nil also, but they should take other contraceptive methods to prevent themselves from getting conceived again, right? So this is the 3 natural methods. Then comes the barrier methods. The next comes the barrier methods. So in this barrier methods, first we will start with the ovum and the sperms are prevented from physically meeting with the help of this barrier. So ovum and the sperm will not meet each other. We have set a barrier. So what is that? Such methods are called, they are available for both males and females. So condoms are the methods. So they are the barriers. They are made up of thin rubber sheet like latex, and they are used to cover the penis of the male or the vagina or the cervix in the female. So just before the coitus or just before being inserting the we can say the penis inside the vagina, this condom should be worn, and the ejaculated semen would not enter into the female reproductive tract. Okay, so this can prevent conception. So here we can see the diagram. This is the condom for male and this is the condom for female. Okay, so though this male condom is being generally used a lot, but there are several places where the female condom is also being used. Okay, so Nirod is a popular brand of condom for male. Use of condoms has increased in the recent years due to the additional benefit of protecting the user from the sexually transmitted diseases like AIDS and all, because if they are having protection or a sheath, covering when they are being intimate or during coitus, the sexually transmitted diseases will not all happen in male as well as female. So both the male and the female condoms are disposable and can be self-inserted, and thereby they gives a privacy to the users. Okay, the person who is using these condoms, they are it is safe to use also, and it can be self-inserted, like no one needs to help them to insert this condom, so there is a privacy to the user as well. So next we come to the other barrier methods like diaphragm, cervical caps and the walls. Okay, what are these? We will move on to this now. So we have already spoken about condoms. Now we are here with the diaphragm, cervical caps and walls. These are also barriers. So these are also made up of rubber that can be inserted into the female reproductive tract to cover the cervix during the coitus. Okay, so they prevent conception by blocking the entry of sperms through the cervix. So they are being placed on the cervix so that the entry of the sperms can be prevented. So they are reusable, and there are several spermicidal creams, jellies, foams which are used to alongside with these barriers to increase their contraceptive efficiency. So these should be done under certain medical supervision, because these are not so self-inserting things, so they should be done under certain medical supervision. So another device, effective popular method, is the intrauterine device. So this is these are the intrauterine devices. You can see in this diagram, this is copper T. These devices are inserted by the doctors or expert nurses in the uterus through the vagina, and these intrauterine devices are presently available in the non-medical IUD, that is these are lips loop, and copper releasing intrauterine devices are also there, that is called copper T. And there are hormone releasing intrauterine devices like we can say that Progest-Assert and LNG20. These are the names actually. These are hormone releasing intrauterine device, and these increase the phagocytosis of the sperms within the uterus, and the copper ions release suppress the sperm motility and fertilizing capacity of the sperm. So these are acting chemically, they are reducing the fertilizing capacity of the sperms, they are increasing the phagocytosis of the sperms within the uterus. So these sperms become weak, they become incapable of meeting the ovum, and so the motility has also been destroyed. So the hormone releasing intrauterine devices, in addition, they make the uterus unsuitable for implantation as well, and the cervix hostile to the sperms also. The intrauterine devices are ideal contraceptives for female who want to delay pregnancy or space between the children. So once it is placed inside the uterus, it will not interrupt any other problems as well, but though it is one of the most widely accepted methods of contraception in India, it is a bit difficult contraceptive, because it should be done under a medical supervision. A doctor should insert this intrauterine device inside the uterus of a female. So and it is the mostly widespread contraception method in India, intrauterine device. Now there are certain oral administration pills as well. So small doses of either progesterone or progesterone estrogen combinations are given as contraceptive methods. These are used by females. These are also used by females. They are used in the form of tablets, and hence they are popularly known as pills. Okay, pills have to be taken daily for a period of 21 days from the starting, preferably within the first 5 days of menstrual cycle, after a gap of 7 days during which the menstruation occurs. Okay, once you stop taking these pills, then the menstruation after 7 days it occurs, and it has to be repeated in the same pattern till the female desires to get pregnant or conceive. So it's a continuous process. You'll have to take the pills. Then after 21 days, if you are stopping, after 7 days your cycle will reappear. So this inhibits ovulation and implantation, as well as the quality of cervical mucus to prevent and retard the entry of sperms, right? Pills are very effective with lesser side effects and are well accepted by females, as it is very easy to use them taking these pills. So Saheli, I told you earlier, is the new oral contraceptive pills for female which contain non-steroidal preparation. So it is either the progesterone hormone or the progesterone estrogen combination. So it is a 1 week pill with a few once a week pill. Sorry, it's a once a week pill with few side effects and high contraceptive value. Okay, so now progesterone alone or in a combination with estrogen can also be used by females as injections or implants under their skin. So they can take these pills as implants or injection under their skin. So their mode of action is similar to that of the pills, and their effect but their effect is much more longer than pills. So administration of progesterones and progesterone estrogen combination or intrauterine devices within 72 hours of the coitus have been found to be very effective in case of emergency contraceptives. Okay, so if the intrauterine devices are administered within 72 hours of the coitus as well, in case of preventing emergency contraceptives also, this progesterone estrogen combination pills also affect very well, because they help them for preventing the implantation of the zygote into the uterus, right? So they would also avoid the possible pregnancy due to rape or casual unprotected intercourse. So these for casual unprotected intercourse also, or due to rape also, whatever pregnancies are happening, they can be prevented by these intrauterine devices and progesterone estrogen pills, right? So this is all for today's episode. In the next episode, we will be studying about the surgical method. So stay tuned with all the episodes which I am posting. You need to subscribe to my channel to know more regarding what I am posting in the next episode. So next episode, I'll be discussing about the vasectomy and tubectomy. I will also discuss in details about the medical termination of pregnancy or MTP. I will discuss about all the sexually transmitted infections or STIs. So these are for the next class: infertility and how can it be prevented, what is in vitro fertilization and all. So more to go. So you just need to subscribe to my channel so that whenever I am posting the next class, you will get the updates then and there only. So stay tuned, stay updated with all my episodes, and hope you are liking my lesson. So please do share it with your friends. If you're having any questions, any queries, any doubts, please do write in my comment box. So in the next class, I'll be starting with the this is surgical methods or the sterilization methods. So still then, bye bye, and go through this episode once before I come up with the next lesson. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.